Checking on the Arts is made possible by the Memphis Symphony Orchestra and by Memphis College of Art. The Memphis Symphony Orchestra begins the first in their Paul and Linnea Bert Classic Accent Series this Friday evening. It is once again at Lindenwood Christian Church. This one is going to be a lot of opera. It is Figaro to Carmen, a night of opera. We have some wonderful soloists, Taylor Johnson, Christine Ammon, Randall Rushing, and Michael Priestley, along with the Gary Beard Chorale. And Mayan Chin will be conducting the performance, but Gary Beard has joined me today. Welcome. It's good to see you. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you. My pleasure.
So what are we going to hear?
You're going to hear opera for opera haters is what I'm calling it, because it's all the great old opera selections that everybody knows and loves. The Hebrew chorus from Nabucco, Pace Pace from La Forza del Destino, the Habanera from Carmen, the Toreador song, the Anvil chorus,
Sure.
the Regina Coeli from Cavalleria Rusticana. And they need to clap and clap because there's an incredible encore that we're hoping to do. So even if we don't get enough applause, we're going to do it anyway. But it's a great program.
Yeah,
Lots of fun.
these are well-known pieces. Even if you're listening and think, I don't know those pieces.
Right.
Yes, you
would
do.
know them. You would know them. Yes.
Yes,
Well,
you do.
I was telling someone not long ago that really doesn't know much about opera, and I was talking about the Anvil chorus, and they said, I don't know that. And I said, if you've ever watched a cartoon, you've heard the Anvil chorus. So most of these things people really will know. Yeah.
Now, this is the second year that the Classic Accent Series has been at Lindenwood, right?
It is. It is.
How did that work out for you over the course of the last season?
Well, it was great. They do 3 concerts a year, so it's not, that they're there so much. They're there throughout the week of the concert rehearsing. And last year, Mayanne said, I definitely want to have the chorale do something with us, so maybe we can do it next year. So we finally found a date and worked this out. So it's really been great. They've been looking for a permanent home for some time, and they've kind of bounced around.
Right.
So hopefully they've found it, and the location is good. And, of course, the acoustics at the church are great. And so it's given them some nice flexibility as far as the room and all that sort of thing. So it's been good.
I would think that this would be a fun thing for your chorale. Of course, you do all kinds of things. You do a lot of things there at the church itself.
Right.
And but this maybe is a little something different for your group.
Years ago, we did the chorus for Opera Memphis for Faust. As a matter of fact,
Right,
when Callan
right.
made her debut
Sure.
in Faust. And then what else did we do? We did Don Carlo. And we've done opera concerts in the past too. So it's fun to go back to that.
Now, this is a pretty good-sized group. How many people are in that chorus?
There were really actually 24,
Oh, is
and
it?
then
I thought it was
just
bigger.
asked
It
a
sounds
few more.
bigger.
Well, thank you. Yes, and we've just asked a few more people from the choir to join us that we knew would enjoy singing these things too. So it'll be about 30 that'll sing the concert.
Very nice, very
Yep.
nice. So did Mayanne come to you? Did you come to her and say?
Mayanne came to me and Paul Bert and several people on the committee that choose the programming, and we sat down and talked about it. And one of the things that kept coming up was opera. And I said, Memphis is really an opera town. It always has been. And I said, so I think it would be great to do something like that. And then we just started brainstorming, and all of this came from it. And of course, Mayanne is so great with programming too. And, so many conductors want to be a little edgier and get out there. And, of course, she does, on some things.
Sure.
But she really does things that audiences love, too. So this one especially is going to be audience appealing.
I think so, too. We're talking about the first in the Paul and Linnea Bert Classic Accent Series. It is this Friday evening at 7:30 at Lindenwood Christian Church. And for tickets and more information, call the Symphony 537-2500 or online at memphisymphony.org. Gary Beard is here with us today. Of course, his chorale will be singing along with the group. So I assume that it's going to be a sort of a mix of arias and then choruses and
It
that
is.
sort of
They're
thing.
going to do the La Forza del Destino overture and then Pace Pace. And,
Okay.
and a couple of them are doing 2 things from the operas, like the Habanera and the Toreador song from Carmen. Of course, the chorus of the Hebrew slaves from Nabucco is right up there in the beginning, too. That's the first thing we sing. And then it ends with the Regina Coeli, the church scene from Cavalleria Rusticana. And so that's great. But Randall is going to sing Die Spieltnis from the Magic Flute. And what else? But they're just all gems that people will know and love. So we've had a great time working on it too.
So if you think you don't like opera,
You're gonna like it.
come to this concert.
Promise you. Yeah.
Well, it sounds like it's going to be great fun and just a wonderful performance there at Lindenwood. Gary Beard, my guest today. Thanks so much for coming in.
Thank you. My pleasure.